Well, that's true, Alex. I mean, this has been a bizarre chase. Like I said, when we picked up on it, we were out actually shooting the Veterans Day parade in Midwest City and shooting the flybys that they had for that parade, which was a great parade, by the way. People that are joining us join us for that. We got aerials of that parade. It was really an emotional moment as the huge American flag came down the street, and then the flyby of the T-6s, and then they had two F-16s do a flyby on that parade, which was really outstanding. Well, then they called us off to pick this chase up. Now, we picked it up on Western and Southeast 44th is where we picked it up. So you can only imagine how long we've been flying and how long we've been doing this, and it's went all over the south side of the city, back out towards I-240 south of Tinker, over the air depot, down to the Oklahoma City Police gun range, through fields, back around, back up through Moore, back down through Norman, back down through Oklahoma City. So it's all ended up, and now I believe this was Norman. I think we're now in Norman proper, if I'm right. I'm about 4.5 miles northwest of Westheimer Airport there in Norman is where I'm circling. So, and then three SUVs you saw were from the Norman Police Department. So for people that are watching this or doing it, that's where we stand right now. Is we thought this come to an end when the truck stopped further south in the field here, and he got out and he kind of walked around and got back in the truck, and then he decided, well, I think I'm going to drive some more. And he cut a couple of donuts, and then he decided to go northeastbound across this field, basically ended up to where, I mean, he really couldn't go anywhere. The only thing I can see is that he's just making it more difficult for the police officers to get to him, because they're going to have to drive across this field. But there's no place at the northeast end of this field that I can see where he can get out with a vehicle. So it looks like it's moving again. So, and like I said, through this whole chase, he's been on the cell phone with somebody, talking to somebody on his cell phone. And he's taking his time. The only time the pursuit really hit high speeds was down 240 going eastbound towards Tinker, when Street Scope measured him at about 90-something miles an hour, possibly close to 100. There's what Street Scope said he was doing. That was the fastest pursuit got. Then after that, it became pretty much a normal drive. Now, he did run through some red lights, stop signs, did not yield, but the pursuit never got really crazy except for that one point on I-35 coming northbound where he's swerving in and out of traffic, and the trailer clipped the car and almost caused a severe accident on I-35 around southeast 86th, I believe, 82nd to 86th, up in that area on the northbound lanes of I-35. They subsequently shut down the lanes of northbound I-35 and were making sure that person was okay. And again, that's going to become, once they take this individual into custody, that's going to be part of the investigation. And part of the charges is that wreck he almost caused up on I-35 around southeast 82nd. So you can see he's just barely moving around now in the truck that has a flat tire, where we understand a citizen, an armed citizen, shot that rear tire out on that truck. That's what made this pursuit kind of come to an end here as he drove around, as the tire was going flat and was having a hard time here. So that's how this, well, it sounds like he's on the phone again with somebody. It looks like he's trying to figure out how to change the tire. That is just absolutely amazing that this person, he's kind of looking up at Air One. He's kind of looking up at us. He's still on the phone with whoever he's talking to. This is absolutely unbelievable. But you can see him talking on the cell phone, just casual. He's not in any big hurry. But the interesting thing would be who he's on the other end of this phone that he is talking to. And he's looking in the back. Boy, I really don't know what this person is doing. He's upset. Can you see him? Well, let's real quick here, Alex. Ben, come off zoom. Go to my nose, left pan. Follow that road, and we'll show you real quick. Keep going, left pan. And you see Western. There's an intersection right. Drop down just a little bit. There's the intersection of Southwest 164th and Western, and right up at the top of your screen, left-hand corner, is South. That's Southmore High School. So that's where we sit right now. There's Southmore High School, and so I can see them doing that, Alex. And of course, that's not the only school around here, but that kind of gives the viewer reference to where we are. We're right in. That's northeast of us, and the intersection of Indian Hills and Pennsylvania is southwest of us. So we're sitting right in the middle, and that's where this vehicle has ended up here. So I can understand them because we just don't know what this guy is doing. I mean, he's been talking to somebody on the cell phone, Alex, and it almost looks like he was looking for a spare tire and a jack there to change the tire on this thing. And that's why he's so upset, is he can't find a jack or anything to get to fix the tire on this Ford F2. It's either F250 or F350. I'm not sure, but it is a Ford. And so now he's started back up again. And he is on the northeast corner of this field, northeast of the intersection of Indian Hills. Well, for a minute there, I thought he was actually going to make a run at that fence, but I believe there's a ditch or a gully, that kind of small ditch that runs along there. Now there is a police officer in this cul-de-sac right across from him. So you have that house with the green roof, you have that police officer in the cul-de-sac right there. But well, you know, the more erratic this person gets, the more caution they got to take, because they just don't know what he's going to do when they walk up on him, Alex. That's the okay. Well, he backed through a fence, so I guess he decided it's easier to go backwards than it is forward at this point. So you can see him going at a pretty high rate of speed here. Now, if he keeps going the way he's going, of course, he's got a lot of ground to cover. He can make it back over here to 164th. But like I said, I just don't know what condition that truck is in right now. We know it has a flat rear tire on the driver's side from shots being fired by a citizen that was, I think, when we were in Moore at the time. And he pulled into a dead-end street on a housing addition, and that's where he pulled the toolbox out. And then a citizen pulled up in their car, and I guess was trying to talk him into giving up, and he took off, and the citizen pulled the gun and fired I don't know how many shots into the rear tire of this truck here, and that's what made the pursuit slow way down. But we still went quite a ways, Alex. Here's where we ended up on Pennsylvania and Indian Hills Road. South Indian Hills Road is where we're at. Right, you just don't know, Alex. I mean, he could be talking to his wife, girlfriend. I mean, maybe they could be talking to him and hey, give it up. Or he could be talking to somebody that prompted him to steal this truck, and they're waiting for him. Or he could be, you know, talking to somebody about, hey, here I am. They're giving him directions and telling him which way to go from where he is. If you were a driver that didn't know where you were and you had that capability of getting somebody that's your accomplice on the other end and saying, hey, here I am, where do I go from this point? It almost seems like that sometimes, because he'll sit for a while, talk on the phone for quite a while, then he'll get in his truck and start moving. And he'll start moving towards a major street or major road here. So that's another possibility. And like I said, people listen to this. This is just all my speculation. This hadn't been confirmed or anything. That's what, you know, we're trying to figure out, just like everybody else, what's going on up here. And because this has been a long pursuit for everybody, and for the three different police agencies involved with this, with two of those police agencies actually terminating their pursuit, and then another agency coming in and picking it up. So it's he's got a lot of people attracted out here right now, Alex. Yep. Yep. Nope. In fact, they pulled back. Roger. Cruise Aviation, helicopter Skydays 9. He stopped again. It looks like the door may be, well, it looks like he's thinking about getting out, and now he's back in the vehicle. And like I said, this is in the northeast corner of this field where it ended up at east of Pennsylvania, north of South Indian Hills Road. I believe that's South 164th. That is up to the north of where the pickup is now as we pan back out, Southwest 164th. So he's closer to 164th now than he is to Indian Hills Road. But he stopped in his field again, and like I said, he's acting like he's going to get out, and then he's got back in the truck, and it's moved, and he just refuses to give up. I mean, basically, Alex, this is a situation where there's only one ending to this, and that's either he's going to give up and be taken into custody. There's nothing else that can come out of this because there's just no place to go. I mean, there's so many police officers out here now all around these roads on Southwest 164th and Indian Hills and Pennsylvania that there's really no place to go, and he's cut himself off from being able to go back eastbound because there's kind of a ditch and a fence line there just to the east side of the truck, and I don't think he could make it through there with a flat tire, having a flat rear driver's side tire on that Ford F-250 or 350, whichever one it is. that he could make it through there. But we've seen him do other things. He may try it. He may sit here for a little bit and try it. But this is where everything has stopped moving for now, is between the Indian Hills Road and Southwest 164th, east of Pennsylvania Avenue here in this hayfield. So we're looking at nobody's moved up on him yet. Everyone is still over the top of him circling at this time. But we have seen no movement from any officers. So we got, looks like okay, that looks like that may be OKC PD there that has moved up into that plowed field there. So that's going to be south of him from where he is. And then we got police officers all along Southwest 164th that is north of him. And then, of course, they got Pennsylvania over to the west. And they pretty much got all the traffic shut down on Pennsylvania and not letting traffic come through on that. So we'll just see what. There's really nothing here to do now but just sit and wait, Alex, to see what transpires here. I don't know if maybe they're waiting for one of the SWAT teams together or whatever, or what they're doing. But again, that he's sitting in an area again where you can't approach a truck just out in the open. As an officer, you don't know what he's got. You don't know what's in the vehicle. You don't know if he has a rifle, handgun, or whatever, because you walk up to that vehicle, you're fully exposed. There's no cover or whatever. And like I said, I've seen these situations before where it's kind of ended like this. And I've seen them use a SWAT team to surround the vehicle and move in from all sides. That way, if the person comes out firing, then somebody in the circle or whatever has a clear shot to take that suspect out before possibly he injures anybody. But that's probably why they're taking their time to decide what to do with this driver, because he is unwilling to even surrender at this point. He is just sitting in the vehicle right now. Like I said, he gets out every now and then, and he'll get back in the vehicle. And he's always on the cell phone talking to somebody, and then he'll start moving around a little bit. But right now, I think pretty much he's kind of just ended his options here, Alex. But that's just my opinion. That's right, Alex. I know this is for our viewers. This may be getting to the point where it's kind of ridiculous or kind of boring in their opinion. But again, you have to take in all the considerations here of what has transpired in this chase that is going to be going up to close to 2 hours here, Alex. In this chase, what has transpired, what the behavior of the subject is in that vehicle, not knowing what's in that vehicle and what he has on his person. So the last thing you want to do is walk your officers out in a completely open field with no cover and walk up to that truck and possibly get injured from that suspect. We can sit here and speculate all day what the best thing to do is, but they're going to, all they got right now, the officers has time on their, is in their favor. There's no place he can go. There's nothing he can do. The truck is pretty much, it's still drivable, but it has a flat tire on the rear, and we don't know what else the condition is that truck is, because he has drove through steel poles, fences, gates, everything else, ditches. So we don't know what the condition is of that truck except for the flat tire on back. It may be worse. There may be something broken that we don't know about, but it's all options have pretty much run out here. So now you're just in a waiting game, and that's in the police favor here, because there's really no place for him to go. But the last thing they want to do is put themselves in harm's way by walking through an open field up to a pickup that they know nothing about that suspect. That's right, Alex. And just a quick update here. The police have shut down Southwest 164th from Western to Pennsylvania. So they've shut that stretch of road down. They've also shut Indian Hills down between Pennsylvania and Western. So that is shut down now. It looks like traffic is still traveling on Western to the north and south. And it appears that they are still letting traffic move. Well, here we go again, Alex. He is on the move again, and it looks like he's trying to weigh his options up of going across that ditch right there, or that fence row, to see if he can get through it. So he may, it looks like, well, boy, at this point, it looks like he's going to go in reverse. Okay, now there, if he follows that road up there in that field, there's a set of metal gates. There's a set of metal gates at the north end of this. There is a police officer blocking the road there. So he is going backwards. So it looks to me like he's going to build up speed and go through this gate. They got the stop sticks ready for him. That is 164th, Southwest 164th. So it looked like he's looking. He's talking to somebody. So, okay, he's still kind of moving. He's holding on to something, Alex, that I can't see exactly what he's holding on to, but right. So he was yelling at somebody. There are police officers right there at the corner. It looked like he may be trying to go through those two metal gates right there that come out on Southwest 164th from this field, but there are officers right there. So, okay, we got OHP coming up now. So now OHP's got some of their people involved in this. That's right, Alex. And like I said, he's just sitting there still. Everyone's still circling here. So I don't know if he's talking to somebody or what is going on right now, but he's moved closer to the northeast corner of this field, and now he's just south of southwest 164th between Pennsylvania and Western here, sitting in this hayfield. So, but anyway, the good thing is they have shut down southwest 164th between Western Pennsylvania. They've shut down Indian Hills Road, looks like, between Western Pennsylvania. So again, it's I'm trying to see. It looks like, well, they got police officers moving up Pennsylvania now. Looks like they are still letting traffic through Pennsylvania going southbound and northbound, but it's not a very busy road out in this area, Alex. And Western is still moving to the north and south here, so they haven't shut those two roads down. But the two Indian Hills, two east-west roads, Indian Hills, southwest 164th, they have completely shut them down. So here we stand again, Alex. He's moved a little further, closer to the road, but it's come to a stop again, and now we're just in a waiting situation. West Harbor Tower, Helicopter News 9. Yes, sir. We're about 4.5 to the northwest of you on this pursuit for quite some time. Would it be possible to get a hold of crews and have them hot fuel me if I come in there? No, I don't. $122.95, Roger, thank you. And Cruise Aviation, Helicopter Sky News 9. Yes, sir, I'm sitting out here on this pursuit. We're in a standoff now, but I need fuel. Can you hot fuel me? Okay, roger that. Yeah, Greg, they won't hot fuel me though. That's the thing. I was going to try I'm going to try double AR at Will Rogers, see what I can do. $297. I need to go here. Okay, well, I'm just going to break for fuel then. I guess I have to go to Westheimer. All right, we're out. Oh. Well, Alex, looked like he took his seatbelt off there. He had his seatbelt on. It looks like he took his seatbelt off for some reason. So maybe this is going to, hopefully maybe this will come to an end. I don't know. But he's just pretty much relaxed in there, sitting in that truck, not doing anything. We are going to have to leave here shortly, Alex, and I'm going to have to leave it over to you and our ground crews here. But again, if people just joining us, this is a pursuit that's went on for probably, I don't know the exact time, Alex, now, but probably over 2 hours. And it has now come to rest in this field just south of Southwest 164th between Pennsylvania and Western, and where we have several police agencies involved with this now along Moore, Norman, Oklahoma City, and now the OHP. So right now it's in a standoff situation with this person in this truck, and we'll get back as soon as we can, Alex. Back to you. Roger that. And Westheimer Tower, News 9, we're inbound land on the ramp. Roger that, to proceed eastbound. I'm sorry, Greg, I was talking to Tower. Say again. Yeah, well, good deal. I wanted to use it, man. And Cruise Aviation News 9, I'd appreciate if you'd be waiting on the ramp there for me. Oh, sorry. And Cruise Aviation News 9, I'd appreciate it if you could be on the ramp there waiting for me, and I'll shut down. And News 9, we're clear of 1A extend center line. Hey, Greg, do you have me? Yeah, I was going to say if they could call down here and just give them a number, man. That way I wouldn't have to run in there and wait for them to run the card. It's Cruise Aviation at the Westheimer Airport. Okay, roger that. Oh, man, 5's in here. He's going to fuel first.